While the American President Woodrow Wilson had come on the stage, he was in the picture and the world started listening to him. He was a Democrats president after 50 years of civil war, and the world paid him more attention. His phrase making, which entangled process and result, caused confusion. Hundreds of journalists went to conference only to discover that all but the plenty sessions were closed. Wilson had intended that results of diplomatic negotiations be made public, with treaties published and approved legislatures. He largely achieved this goal as the Covenant of League of Nations, one of the key treaties set out for signatures at Versailles. At the end of Paris Conference, required that treaties be registered at the League before they become a binding. Well, in fact, Woodrow Wilson was of the opinion that many of the treaties between the nations, between the groups of the nations, among the nations, were in fact secret treaties, and these secret treaties developed misconceptions and usually developed into conflicts. So Woodrow Wilson came along with an idea that there should be no more secret treaties, and whatever the agreements are made between the nations or among the nations should have the approval of their respective legislatures as well, should have the approvals of the parliament, of the Congress, whatever the legislative assemblies are in the respective countries. So they should be approved by the legislature and they should be made public. The people should know it, the press should know it, the media should know it, and then of course the League of Nations, because they have constituted League of Nations for the settlement among nations. So all these treatments, all these agreements between the nations or among the nations should be put in League of Nations, and they should get a consent over there. Once the consent is derived at League of Nations, only then such treaties should become binding. It was something in the theory only. There were some very famous treaties between France and Britain during World War I, in the days when Woodrow Wilson was giving his ideas. And in the coming years, those secret treaties between Britain and France became a binding to both nations. And one could say that the diplomacy of the Europe world and that of Middle East in fact evolved out of those secret treaties.